Mark Tobias at ISC East with Todd Morris. He's the CEO of
BrickHouse Security.
Todd, tell me about what your company does.
BrickHouse Security provides security products, primarily location-based security and mobile security products, such as GPS tracking, covert cameras, and counter-surveillance products.
And how long have you guys been around?
It's been around for 5 years, selling to the public. Previous to that, only to law enforcement.
Okay, and do you do much supplying of GPS technology to law enforcement?
Yes, we do. We are the primary supplier of GPS tracking to over 400 law enforcement agencies in the country.
And what's the state of the art in GPS tracking integrated with cellular or store and forward technology for surveillance, for finding your kids, for tracking packages? Where's the market at right now?
We've got two examples of the leading edge in GPS tracking. One is the LiveWire Fast Track, which actually tracks. It's a portable belt-mounted unit. You can put it on a belt clip, walk down the street, and it tracks it every 1 second. So you can actually watch the dot move down the street in Manhattan as someone walks. The other is the P-Track Pro, which will track from inside of a briefcase, in the trunk of a car, in an underground garage, and still get a locate.
And what neat new applications are out there or coming from your company?
Well, as we move forward, we're always looking for longer battery life, better location technology, but also we're adding features and functionality to our software platforms, adding more intelligence so that you can manage thousands of GPS trackers as easily as you can manage one.
You make a little piece of equipment that you can give your kid, that you can track them up to like 500 feet?
We also have the BrickHouse Child Locator. That's from our BrickHouse Child Safety Division. Right. Well, and that device, which you may have seen in the Duracell advertisement on television, is designed so that a parent can be within 300 to 400 feet of their child and know that if they wander too far away, you'll quickly get an alert and know which direction to turn to find them.
Where do you see this industry going as far as sophistication?
Well, for us, this industry has always headed in the same direction. Smaller, less expensive, easier to use. So all of our technology that we're developing for law enforcement today, we fully expect to be able to deploy for consumers and small businesses within the next 24 to 36 months.
What applications, if you're a business, what are you going to be looking at as far as potential for the integration of GPS into your business to make you more efficient, maybe save fuel costs? And track assets, vehicles, and people. Are you seeing much more usage or demand, and where do you think it's going?
Businesses today are looking to cut expenses everywhere they can. Some of the biggest expenses they have are human resources and transportation, such as fuel costs and the use of their vehicles. So whether it's finding out whether your salespeople are actually working for you out in the field, going where they're supposed to.
Right, as a management tool.
Or keeping track of whether people are using your company vehicles in an appropriate manner. You've also got the problem of theft. Theft and employee loss is a growing concern in America, and GPS tracking can help you find out whether things are just randomly going missing or they're all ending up in the same place and being stolen by one person.
Your unit that you can use to find your kid when he wanders away. Tell me how it works.
This is the BrickHouse Child Locator. You can place a small tag like this on an asset or a person, in particular children, and you can set a safety distance that's okay for you in that particular situation. For example, if you're out in the park, you might be okay with letting your child get 150 feet away from you because you can see 300 feet in all directions. If you're in the shopping mall, you may not want them more than 20 feet away from you at Christmas because things can get pretty crowded. Once you set your safety distance, if this device, the little tag, gets further than that distance away from the handheld unit, the handheld unit will actually start to vibrate and beep, let you know where it is, and actually lead you directly to the tag. So based on where the tag is,
so now, does it give you a three-directional plot, or is it just basically...
It just tells you like a Geiger counter, hot
so
or cold.
It's signal level.
But it is directional. So you can actually point the device, and that'll increase the sensitivity.
And the range is up to about 500 feet?
500 feet line of sight. So The BrickHouse locator is great for an asset within 500 feet. It can actually get you directly to the asset. So you could hide one of these in a shoebox, put it in a pile of shoeboxes in a warehouse, and be able to find the correct shoebox.
Okay.
However, if you don't know which warehouse to go to start looking, you would need a GPS tracker to get you.
Okay.
This is called the P-Track Pro. The P-Track Pro is the only GPS tracker that's capable of actually locating indoors. So you could put this in a shoebox, put the shoebox on the first floor of a 10-story building, and still locate and put a dot right on the building. That way you can then bring the locator into the building and find the shoebox from there.
What's the battery life on it?
This comes with a 7 to 10 day battery, and it's got an optional 21-day battery. We also have a deep sleep mode. We can make this last up to a year.
And does this communicate via cellular or its own radio link?
This communicates via cellular to our web-based servers, which is where you can manage the device and track it.
And I assume it's on the GSM GPRS network.
This device is actually on the Qualcomm CDMA network.
Oh, it is.
So we have other devices that are on the GSM network, and they have some strengths. The ability to locate indoors and do true assisted GPS requires the Qualcomm chipset.
On CDMA, which means Verizon or Sprint or Alltel.
Sprint in this case.
Okay. So are you limited to Sprint?
Sprint is the only company that has put the location information onto the chip and in their towers so that it can really locate indoors.
How do you ping that device?
You can go to our website, push a button to get a locate on demand, or you can use the website to program the device to report in at regular intervals.
Now, that's designed specifically for use inside of a building, or to use it in vehicles also?
This can also be used in vehicles. Primarily, though, it's more for assets. This device can also have a panic button put on it so that you can keep it in your back pocket, and if you get in trouble, push the panic button. It's used by law enforcement or...
So if I'm doing a drug buy and I have it in my pocket, I can signal for help.
You can put one of these in your pocket, also put one of these in a bag of money or a bag of drugs, and follow it directly to the source.
Okay, and how rapid is the notification if I push the button?
If you push the button, it goes out almost instantaneously.
And will it send an email, or is it online live?
This goes directly to our website, and from there, it would send out SMSs, emails, or alert a monitoring station that's watching.
And if a law enforcement agency or courier company, for example, is tracking a shipment or personnel or undercover operations, can they log on and be online so they get instant notification?
Some of our customers have command centers where there's always someone watching the screen, and they can see where all their assets are at all times. Using our web-based API, they can tie that into their asset database. So if they have 10,000 units out in the field, or even 100, they can see who's who and where. And
do you have any problem inside a vehicle as far as an antenna? Seeing the satellites?
We have a developed covert antenna. It's a very flat antenna that's designed to go under the plastic that covers the dashboard. So you can get a perfect signal from the dashboard without being visible and have a 100% covert solution.
What if you have a rapid install magnetically under the vehicle? How does it work with that?
We have a magnetic install, which I can show you, that has 90-day battery life. It's motion activated, and it's what we call a slap-in tracker. You can just stick it underneath the vehicle and off it goes.
And how effective is it as far as seeing the satellites versus having it built into the dashboard or rear deck?
Very effective. The only limitation is you have to replace the batteries every 90 days. But if you're doing a short-term assignment, that's not a problem.
Okay, very good. Thanks a lot, Todd.
Thanks for having me.